darkness, my old friend.
Cheer up now because we're doing Raising a Gamer!
Yes! Did you say poo? We are back, Cool Knight, with an all-new Raising a Gamer. And tell us, Cool Knight, what game are we talking about today?
Multiple, well, 800, no, 8.
800, okay, well.
I said 8.
Okay.
8.
No, that's not even correct, but we're talking our 2017
Ching ching.
year in review. So if you're someone that watches a lot of gaming YouTube videos or listens to a lot of gaming podcasts, you'll know one of the things that's kind of a common theme is at the end of the year, they'll pick what was their game of the year for 2017. So for example, a lot of people are picking games like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario, Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, games like that. However, for us, what we thought would be kind of fun is since we played a mix of games all over the board, we're going to go down and talk about some of the favorite games that we made videos of and that we played in 2017. So the way we're going to do this is simple. 3 games each, okay? One of the games is going to be a newer console game, okay? And then the other 2 games are going to be older games. And we're also going to, at the very end, say what our favorite console to play was. So Cool Knight, why don't you kick us off? But why don't you tell us what was your favorite newer console game? Why don't you start there?
You said it at the end. The whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Oh! Okay, I just stand up. Okay, for the video, I just stand and.
Yep. Get your chair back up. Get your chair back up. It's okay. He literally fell out of his chair. Okay, come on.
Okay.
Back up.
I'm getting back on track. So it's a PS4. No, okay, whatever. I got it. PS4. Good graphics.
You didn't tell us what the game was.
You said.
I said game.
You said console.
I said game.
I didn't. You said console.
Okay, pause. We are back, Cool Knight, with an all-new Raising a Gamer. And tell us, Cool Knight, what game are we talking about today?
Multiple, well, 800, no, 8.
800, okay, well.
I said 8.
Okay.
8.
No, that's not even correct, but we're talking our 2017
Ching ching.
year in review. So if you're someone that watches a lot of gaming YouTube videos or listens to a lot of gaming podcasts, you'll know one of the things that's kind of a common theme is at the end of the year, they'll pick what was their game of the year for 2017. So for example, a lot of people are picking games like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario, Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, games like that. However, for us, what we thought would be kind of fun is since we played a mix of games all over the board, we're going to go down and talk about some of the favorite games that we made videos of and that we played in 2017. So the way we're going to do this is simple. 3 games each, okay? One of the games is going to be a newer console game, okay? And then the other 2 games are going to be older games. And we're also going to, at the very end, say what our favorite console to play was. So Cool Knight, why don't you kick us off? But why don't you tell us what was your favorite newer console game? Why don't you start there?
You said it at the end. The whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Oh! Okay, I just stand up. Okay, for the video, I just stand and.
Yep. Get your chair back up. Get your chair back up. It's okay. He literally fell out of his chair. Okay, come on.
Okay.
Back up.
I'm getting back on track. So it's a PS4. No, okay, whatever. I got it. PS4. good graphics.
You didn't tell us what the game was.
You said
I said game.
console.
I said game.
I didn't. You said console.
Okay, pause.
Why don't you tell us what was your favorite newer console game? Why don't you start there?
Don't mess up this time. This is not started out. Okay.
Okay, cool night. Let's try this again without falling out of your chair.
Take two.
Tell us. Wait, do that again. Do your take two again. Okay. Tell me what your favorite game from a newer console was this year that you played.
Okay, whatever. It's a tie between. Oh wait. Okay, one sec. No, never mind. Tie between Rocket League and Minecraft PS4 edition.
Okay, so I'm letting you cheat a little bit because you were struggling hard to pick between the two. So tell me first with Rocket League, why was Rocket League a game that you enjoyed so much?
I liked it because of their different cars. They had very different options of cars. Very good graphics if you play on Nintendo Switch. Not as good as the PS4, and then if you play on, and this version just has okay, whatever. It just has like if you can, it gives you points for like, it tells you if you're pro, rookie, like expert, master, and stuff. And
I think one of the things that you really enjoyed too was that you could play it with myself or with your brother or sister. I think that kind of added, or online. I think that added to the fun for you as well.
Yeah. The other one, Minecraft, PS4 edition. I want to get it on the Xbox One X.
Okay, so just tell us real quick, real fast, what did it? Because you've already talked about Minecraft in other videos and Rocket League, but what is it about Minecraft that
makes
it makes you want to keep playing it?
My creations you make. I love everything I make, but Sam destroyed my cities.
3-year-olds will do that.
Yep.
Okay, so for me, bend over and grab this here, and I won't fall out of my chair. For me, my favorite game that we played together this year, as far as newer consoles, was Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch. I love the fact that these matches are short, but yet they're so addictive. So if you are on a team that's not very good, the match is only going to be 3 minutes, and then you're going to be put on a new team. And it's one of those where it's real easy to say, you know what, I'm just going to pick it up and play for one match, and before you know it, you've been playing for hours. Just very addictive, very fun. I love the music. I love the look of it. Just an overall great game, Splatoon 2. Okay.
I kind of don't get that game.
Yeah, I know you had your moments with it, but it wasn't your favorite game. Let's go and let's talk a little bit about some of the retro games. Tell me what was your second favorite out of the older games that we played this year.
Oh, no.
Don't give it away.
That's nothing.
Gotta learn the tricks of the trade here. Hold it up.
So, burn down.
They can't see it that low. You gotta sit up.
Okay, whatever. So it is Burn Down 3, Takedown. Burn Out, Takedowns 3.
Okay.
For Xbox, and it used to be a live online game, but they canceled it sadly because it's not even really around.
Okay, so what was it about Burnout? Was there a certain mode maybe that you really enjoyed?
I like the crash mode because I like the ice one because like you could have crashed into other people's. I like it because
wait, hold up, real quick before you go into all this crazy detail. Just tell us real fast what crash mode is if someone didn't see our Burnout 3 video.
Okay. Oh, I know what you mean now. Crash Out 3 is a.
Crash Out 3.
I like it.
You are struggling.
Okay, Burnout.
Did you hit your head when you fell off the chair? Maybe hit your head really hard on the ground because you. Okay. Burnout 3 Takedown Crash Mode. What is it?
Crash Mode is where the first one, you take down as many cars as you can, trucks and RVs and stuff. And as much damage as you do, if you get to the level where you need, you can go to different levels.
Okay, so you just try and make the biggest crash as possible,
Yeah.
and you get more and more points for doing
And you
that.
can get extra points for getting like these coin signs.
Sweet. Okay, that'll do for this. Okay, so my number 2 game that we played this year, and I really struggled. I thought about putting this number 1, but WCW versus NWO Revenge. Once again, another really easy game just to pick up and jump right into it. It's a button masher. There's not a whole lot that you really have to learn. I mean, you can learn the move set, so you know the different ways you're attacking. But if you haven't played it before, you can kind of just smash on buttons and beat the other guys up. And it's a lot of fun to sit down and play. With you and then with the other kids as well. It's a 4-player game, and it's just high action, lots of laughs. There's something that's always just fun about pulling out that steel chair in the ring and whacking the opponent with it, or baseball bat or whatever it is. It's just great fun. And for me also, there's just a lot of memories tied to wrestling games on the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 was out when I was in high school, and in high school I was really big into WCW wrestling. I don't watch it anymore, but I watched a ton of it, and I actually counted before making this video. I have just under 30 Nintendo 64 games right now, and 6 of them are wrestling games. So I definitely have a love for wrestling games on the Nintendo 64. Okay.
Wait, we forgot something, but that's an e-game. Wait, does it have blood?
Nah, it does, but that's not. Yeah. We don't even need to talk about that because that's in our other videos.
Violence.
Okay.
Burn down his teeth. Okay. I'll just say the ratings.
Okay. Tell us what your number 1 game that we played this year was for you.
Mario Strikers, Super Mario Strikers, for the Nintendo GameCube only. And this game is about where, if you haven't seen our video, it's about, here, just a quick summary. It's about you, and like you can choose different characters to be for your team. Is it 4-player? I'm not for sure.
Yes it is.
Okay. It's a 4-player game. So you can choose, there's 2 teams with 3 people on each team.
And what are you playing? You didn't tell us what you're playing in the game.
What we're playing? So you're playing soccer. Okay, dummy, but kind of dumb. So and then in the middle of each battle, does Bowser come in the show, right?
Yeah, so, I don't know if it's like in the very middle, but yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So just tell us overall, 'cause we don't want to do a full breakdown. Just tell us why this was your number 1 game.
For the old ones. Oh, wow, I'm holding you. Yeah, who cares? So my number 1 reason is really good graphics for that time, and like you could do special moves that made crazy goals, and I won you by 1.
Yeah, you're still gonna rub that in that you won that one game where I was beating you up.
I was lucky.
Okay. My number 1 game, and it's one of my all-time favorite games, and this was our first video outside of the intro, Super Mario 64. Absolutely love this game, love the level design, just love the charm in general of Mario games. So to be able to share that with you, even though this game doesn't hold up as well as other Mario games, the camera angle is kind of funky, the look is kind of muddy, so it's not as great as like a current Mario game might be, like a Mario Odyssey, or even like on the Wii, if you go back, and Mario Galaxy was a great looking game, but it's still a lot of fun. And the game for me was, when it first came out, such a revolution. It was just so different to have this 3D Mario game, so I absolutely love it. I know it's one that a lot of people love as well, but this was one that, regardless of how you felt about it, I was just really glad to be able to share it with you and show a game that holds such a special place in my heart. Okay, cool night.
Good game.
So we talked about some games. What was your favorite console to play in 2017?
Hear the sound, and if you want to pause the video, but it has the Joy-Con, and if you just want to see, you can guess right now, but it is the PlayStation. That was what they call in the Battlefront thing. Like, I don't know if they're gonna have this commercial anymore, but they used to have a commercial that was talking about people playing Battlefront 2, which I have, and like it said at the end, PlayStation. But to get into that, the console has really good graphics. My two favorite games that I mostly play, Rocket League and Minecraft, I can play on the Nintendo Switch. I just don't play as much as I do on the PS4. I get more free time on the PS4. It's more easier to get on that console for me. It does have most of my favorite games on there. Good graphics, as I said, and
Yeah, I think for you, when we were talking about this before we recorded, the biggest thing for you was the library of games and how powerful the PlayStation was, the fact that you like the graphics more. Now, for me...
And the loading was easy.
From
the Xbox, it was horrible.
For me, I didn't play a whole lot of the PlayStation 4 this year. The previous year I played almost exclusively PS4. This year I hardly played any PS4, and that's because...
Last year.
Oh, sorry, last year. 2017, I hardly played any PS4 because of this guy, the Nintendo Switch.
Just took over your...
It really did take over. And, you know, I did give some consideration for the Xbox One X because that also came out this year, and it's also great. It's more powerful than anything else as far as being 4K. But the reason for me that I chose the Nintendo Switch was just that it fits around my schedule more. It's something that I can take on vacation. It's something that I can play.
Break.
Yeah, I can take to work. I don't take it to work very often, but I can take it to work, play it on a break, which I did a little bit with Breath of the Wild. You know, I can play it in bed. My 3-year-old, he wants me every night after he's been tucked in for the night. He wants me to, as he says, sit a minute, which means he wants me to sit in his room for a few minutes while he falls asleep. And so I'm just trying to be quiet. And so a lot of times I'll just bring the Switch in there with the headphones and just lay on the floor in his room for 15, 20 minutes. And that's something I can't do with the Xbox or PlayStation. And then on top of it, there's been amazing games for it between Mario and Zelda. Rocket League is another one.
I thought he wanted you to sit in your room and play your Nintendo Switch while he's watching you because he plays it a ton.
Yes, our 3-year-old does enjoy it. He does play Rocket League a lot. So anyways, for me, it's just more, it fits my schedule and it fits my lifestyle.
Good for
being a parent of 4 crazy kids. So anyways, that's our year in a review. I think we had a lot of fun this year. You got to play a whole lot of games. Some you loved, some you didn't care for, and some that were just okay. But do you feel like you, after 1 year of doing this, or I guess even less than 1 year really, because we started in the middle of the year, but after doing this for a little while, do you feel like you've got a good experience of playing a bunch of different games on different systems?
Basically, but why don't we launch our videos once a week?
That's interesting.
Yeah, but we should do more in between videos, like you said.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that off camera.
We'll try to get it easier because I don't know if any comments say this, but my friends, they watch this and they say, "Why do you launch videos every 2
other
weeks?"
week?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to make sure we're playing enough games for every week, but yeah, we have some ideas that we'll talk about, but we'll talk about those off camera. Okay.
Later.
So, anyways. That's our 2017 year in review. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see you later.
No. If you thumb down, you're fine. But you probably won't see this channel ever again, which is fine.
Okay, goodbye.